Happy Friday, RHS! We are back with the first Friday show of the year.
I'm Jillian.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm Rachel.
And unless you're a freshman, you probably recognize us from the show in the past years.
And this is our last year filming for you guys since we're all seniors now.
And it is great to be outside maskless so you guys can see our beautiful faces on today's Friday show. And we're going to be doing this for the rest of the year, outdoor shows. You know, it's great to be maskless. It's great to be back on campus for our senior year. And I'm looking forward to more of a normal year.
Yeah, and we hope that you guys had an amazing summer and you're excited for what's about to come.
And this year we have tons of events and opportunities.
So let's look into some of those things right now. Let's start the show.
Something cool about Rockland is we have a bunch of traditions here on campus, whether it's from Excalibur at the rallies knocking us down or schools out for the summer playing on the loudspeakers at the end of the year. We are a school of tradition here.
And all of us got to be the very first students to enjoy the RHS annual carnival.
And I hope you guys had fun because I know I did. My favorite part was the car show. I even heard that we had some noise complaints from the neighbors.
Yeah, and I had a wonderful time filming everything for you guys.
And I thought the free soda was delicious. Shout out to the Rockland High School Parent Club. Thank you guys.
All right, enough of us. Let's take a look back on our carnival.
It's videoing. Happy Carnival Day.
Events brought back this year are the school dances.
It was super fun to be back and a new experience being on the field. I heard a bunch of people saying that the outside dances were better, but...
Yeah, I liked it. We didn't get super hot and stuffy. You know, we had the breeze coming through on the field. Dances are always super fun, and last Saturday was definitely one to remember.
I say we check it out. Along with the rally, we have our first football game of the year on Friday.
And not just this Friday, but our Corey Bowl is also happening this year.
Us students have a decision to make. T-shirts are being created by our student body, and they need help picking out our designs.
Check out the link on the bulletin to pick your favorite.
But speaking of football games, if you remember the ones in previous years, you'll know that a Rockland High School football game is nowhere near as wild without our lovely Storm.
And we've got brand new Storm leaders this year, and that is so much more than before. We have 6 awesome leaders, so let's hear from them.
I'm Ethan, one of this year's Storm leaders, and we have a huge game tonight against Turlock at 7 p.m. here. We are going to need freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors all packed into the Storm, and we're going to need to hear from you guys. We have not had a football game with fully packed crowd in almost 2 years. We're going to need you guys all out tonight, and we're going to need to hear you. What is the Storm, Rachel?
Our Storm is where all of our students come out and do chants and cheers, cheering on all of our teams, and that's where we bleed blue, so make sure you come out and support our football team.
When you come out at 7 p.m. to support our football team, you're going to stand right in these stands. To find any details about any events, follow us on Rockland at Rockland Storm. Let's go, Thunder!
All right, and our show's not quite wrapped up yet, but we're so excited for this year.
So we're going to leave you off with our last message from Mr. Stewart.
But before that, we wanted to say have a great day, and
we'll see you next week, Rockland.
Hey, happy Friday, Rockland High School, and once again, welcome to the 21-22 school year. I just wanted to get on the announcements here and thank you for the outstanding first 8 days of school. We could not have done it without our tremendous staff and, of course, you, the students, for all your participation and positive attitude, which brings us to our goals for this year. And you heard me talk about in the class meetings. The first one being that we want things to be as normal as we possibly can in the conditions we're in with COVID. Patience and perseverance will be the key attributes that we fall on. We've already run into a couple snags. We thank you for your patience and your perseverance in making things as normal as possible at Rockland High School. Number 2, ladies and gentlemen, is that we want you to connect to something or somebody or some program, some club on Rockland High School campus. We know that a student's chance for success increases exponentially when you connect to Rockland High School. Third, we want you to continue the positive culture that we have on campus. And this really goes for how you treat one another on a daily basis. I am amazed and witnessed it from the first day, how you do that on our campus. And thank you. Not only does it go for how you treat each other, but it also goes to how you treat our campus. On September 13th through the 17th, we have Breaking Down the Walls coming to our school. We'll be pulling in a few leaders, as well as about 600 students to become Breaking Down the Wall ambassadors for the rest of our campus, where we develop that positive attitude. Building on that momentum from Breaking Down the Walls, we want to make sure that we continue to build an inclusive environment where everyone feels like they belong at Rockland High School. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is important that as a Rockland High School community, we take a moment to honor and reflect the passing of our beloved photography teacher, Craig Kaler, on July 27th. Mr. Kaler served Rockland High School since 1995 and was known for his friendly manner and helpful spirit. He welcomed everyone who crossed his doorstep into his classroom the past 25 years. He started our broadcasting and photography programs, which have consistently been the most popular for over 2 decades. He coached football and golf for the Thunder, and so I find it fitting to honor him on this first Football Friday. He was a big part of the spirit on our campus. His viewpoints, humor, and silliness will be greatly missed by the students and staff of Rockland High. Please keep Craig's family in your thoughts and prayers as they navigate this difficult time.
So what is one of your favorite memories of Mr. Kaler?
He was such a great guy, and I think every student that he's had loved him. He was never a teacher that anyone had problems with and stuff. He was just a great guy all around.
Mr. Kaler was my therapist. Me and Mr. Kaler both got surgery around the same time, so he was very supportive of me. So in the computer lab, my desk was in front of his, so we constantly would talk about our hardships, and he was just hilarious. And he even emailed me about my surgery, and he didn't assign me stuff, and he gave me an A after I barely had anything turned in, so I really appreciated it. He was a really cool guy, and I miss him a lot.
I had Kaler for the first 3 years, and he was probably the nicest teacher on campus. Always wanted to help with whatever you needed help with. He was always willing to help you.
Mr. Kaler, I had him for about 2 years in Rockland, photo. I was his TA last year. Just a really cool guy, man. Always talked about cars with us. Just talked about anything, Whatever's on his mind, he'd just tell you. Just overall, he's a really good guy.
Mr. Kaler always knew how to put a smile on my face, and he always knew how to make my day better. And I think even after I graduate and when I start a family and all that, I'll still remember him because he just made such a big impact on my life.
He was just probably one of the most approachable people you could ever meet, and he really did care, and he wanted to talk to you. He made that much of an impact on me. He really cared about my work and really wanted to help me.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a great school year.